Hi everyone, I'm Fuuldrin, and today I have another video about a tier 9 tank destroyer, but this time it's the German one, the JagdTiger. It has below average mobility and top speed, which means that you will not be able to relocate easily on the battlefield. It's better to pick a position and a strategy first. However, it's compensated by fantastic frontal armor and an excellent gun. So basically, most fast medium tanks and light tanks will be able to circle you quite easily, unless you have like a wall or something to turn your back on. But apart from this, you're kind of screwed if someone tries to circle you, so be careful with that. And for the frontal armor, as long as you do not expose your lower glacis, you will bounce almost everything. Since the gun doesn't have an excellent gun depression, you might be required to expose your lower glacis in order to take some shots at enemies below you. And meanwhile, everyone will return fire at this weak spot because they all know about it. And not only you will take damage, but also they will damage your engine. It might be destroyed, you might catch fire as well. So it's very dangerous. Be careful with the lower glacis. About the gun, I have already mentioned the average gun depression, but apart from this, it's a quite typical tank destroyer gun. I mean, very good accuracy, good penetration as well. You will have no trouble even against tier 10 frontally. It's really an outstanding gun. The camouflage value is quite poor, and basically you don't want to play this tank on first line. It's a classic tank destroyer, unless you are top tier and unless there is no artillery. In those two conditions, you can be very aggressive with this tank and rush the enemy line. You just have to find some good spots. By that I mean a spot that allow you to shoot at opponents and in the same time cover your lower glacis. In this game, however, you might have noticed that there is not only artillery but also a lot of tier 10 tanks. So I stayed in second line and I was hoping to have some targets from here. Since there's a lot of opponents in G0, I thought they would just move up in order to take some fire at our allies, but they did not. So I lost some time here. I was like, where should I go? Should I move up or not? It's quite dangerous here. If you're craving for more action, be patient, it will come soon. I mean, I didn't upload this video just because I did an amazing job. I uploaded this video mostly because I'm part of a platoon. As you can see, we are 5, and our platoon did together a great job defeating the opponent, and that's really important. In this case, we all had tier 9 tanks in this tier 10 game, but we managed to be extremely useful to our team, as you will see. So I originally wanted to cover the F0 position, because if enemies break through here, they would be able to flank us. But even though our T-110 retreated, they didn't push. I assumed that they were like not so interested in this position. So I moved up again, and as you can see, in F8 in the map, there's absolutely no one. It's strange because it's a very important position on the map, and I saw absolutely no one for a very long time. So I moved up here, and I wanted to see like what opportunities I had from this position. I know it's a risky move, especially in tier 10, because I could be flanked quite fast. However, I was inactive for too long, and since we are losing 3 to 6, I mean, I really need to take risk in order to win this game. So I took one shot at this very unaware opponent. It's an object, and it's supposed to be a very strong tank. You are supposed to be careful when you drive one of these, because it has a great frontal armor and crappy side armor. But anyway, it's a free kill, so I'm not going to complain about this. And now I was like, okay, so I have this vantage position. I could like do some crossfire and maybe take some pot shots at again some more unaware opponents, or opponents that would be focused somewhere else. However, not only the situation is not great here, but also we have been um, completely circled, and there are opponents in e7, d8, and this is really bad. So I move back in order to help some of my teammates. So now it's time to take care of this full life e75, and just by abandoning my previous position on the map, one of my teammates in f9 gets surrounded by opponents. So I have to take quick actions here. We are outnumbered, all of us, we are circled. It's definitely not a comfortable position, let's say. So here I cannot take this shot, he was too angled, but this medium tank wasn't aware of me, so yeah, one less. I move back once again because one of my teammates is completely surrounded. He has an excellent tank, but 1 versus 3 he has very little chance to survive. So I have this IS-4 on the side. It's an excellent opportunity, and I was lucky to deal both track plus damage in one shell, and hopefully I will finish him before he kills my friend. And nope, didn't have a great angle at him. Now our platoon is the last hope for the victory, so every shot counts. My teammate took down this IS-4. I took a hit in the back, but it was really predictable, no worries. And I take down this medium. It was the priority target because he was one shot and had access to the side of my friend. And now remains this E100, and our combined shots take him down. Now the situation doesn't look so uncomfortable anymore. However, there is one enemy tank that is still not spotted, and it's not the least of the enemy tanks, it's the Waffenträger E100, and he has more or less the firepower to kill all of us in one clip. And yeah, it's a surprise. Where will he be? Who he will kill first? It's a really important question for us, and apparently he was hiding behind a building in f8. He didn't support any of his teammates, so now we know that the enemy heavy tank is completely isolated. Yeah, so let's take care of the problem one after each other. So yeah, the heavy is dead now, and the question is, can we kill this Waffenträger before he kills us all? And we can kill him only if we attack all at once. And since we are all of 3 in the same platoon, it's easy to communicate, so I will go from this way and they will circle him from another direction, and we just need to coordinate our actions, and this should be a win. I wanted to be the bait because I have a lot of life, and I have a trolling armor, to be honest. I can bounce some shots as long as he doesn't have any access to my lower glacis. I will bounce a lot of his shells, so I'm just moving up carefully, and just in case he moved, because he could have moved. There's still no sign of him, so we are just getting closer to his last spotted position. Now I am trying to spot him by proximity, which means getting closer to him in less than 50 meters away. If it's the case, you will spot anyone, even behind houses or rocks or whatever. So it's really useful to relay some position to your teammates or to your artillery, for example. I have also loaded a highly explosive shell. They have far less penetrating values, however they deal more damage if they penetrate, and they can deal damage even if they do not penetrate. And this is really useful, as you can see, because here the turret is poorly armored and I've dealt a lot of damage. And now he is dead. So finally the victory is ours. So even if I didn't do an outstanding individual performance, our platoon had a major impact on the battle, and you can see in the result screen the first 4 positions are ours, and we dealt a lot of damage. So thanks to our platoon we won. So that's it, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.